Welcome back, everybody, to another amazing episode of The Careful Boys, where we're currently
off the record. Hey, you know why they call it teabagging?
Why?
Doesn't that look like a ball sack being dipped in the mouth?
Dipped in the water.
Wait, so what came first? The teabagging or the teabagging?
I think the guys putting balls on people's faces while they're sleeping came first.
No, that's because that...
They named it after that, got it.
You know, there's still water in here, so you go like that. That's why.
I've never seen anybody do that.
That was really disturbing. It was disturbing.
That being said,
Do we have to cut that?
no.
Can we
we're
file
definitely
for
leaving
sexual
it in.
harassment charges?
Do we have to bleep that because you said balls at the beginning?
Nope.
No, that's fine.
Basketball.
Balls is fine.
Okay, so we were talking about this.
Shut up.
We were talking about this topic as we were doing our lunch walk, right? And
Not all of us were doing it though.
Not all of us were doing it.
Only the buff guys.
Thank you. Thought it would be an interesting thing to discuss, and Bart suggested it. And it would be the hypothetical that if we, alright, who are prominently and consistently and have constantly used the platforms of social media to build and create our brands and business, if we had all of that reset to zero,
If our grift was gone.
not just our numbers, but our network and resources, if you just had to start all over, hypothetically,
Do I know what I know now because I learned a lot from YouTube?
ask Bart, it's his problem.
You know everything that you know now because you learned from all your mistakes, but we don't have any of the access to a channel with millions of followers, our own Instagram.
Does social media exist?
Yeah, YouTube still exists.
Oh, we're just not famous.
But we don't have any of our connections or anything. So your own skill set of what you have now still exists. What would you do?
Interesting.
It's like EMP went off, but just on our social media.
And our friends.
Yeah.
And then the MIB stick hit all of our fans, and they forgot that JK ever existed.
Exactly right. Which frankly happened. That happened.
And I got this idea too because I think we're actually really fortunate, at least in this group, that as entrepreneurs, a lot of us got really lucky almost like on our first and second try. Whereas a lot of my friends that have been doing business and entrepreneurship for a long time, they failed like 6-7 times before they had something that clicked or did whatever, you know?
I did a few things before JK.
So a lot of people like had to start from like zero.
My theory on that is simply that we were in the right place at the right time. Yeah. Because there's this emerging like fucking thing, and like the tubes like came up so hard that like we were able to just trickle up with like all the success of like PewDiePie and stuff like that. And you know, he views us as like scum. Like he spits off of his fucking balcony, and like we're like, oh, thank you, PewDiePie. There is water from the skies, and the gods are real.
And then the funny thing is, PewDiePie came in after us, but then he still is like OG.
Yeah.
He's an energy drink.
But I mean, just as today's generation, there's a bunch of young kids that are like way more famous than us on TikTok and stuff.
Way more though, like a lot
He
more.
started like 2 months ago who are more famous than us.
No.
That's crazy. Yeah, good for them too. Good for them.
So considering today's general,
Especially because most of our fan base are getting old and they're dying.
Yeah, they're dying.
Views are low.
They're dying.
Yeah, they're dying. They're not on social. They're not even using their phones. That's why they're
Of
dead.
old age. They don't take care of themselves.
So I would say,
Statistically, I'm just reading the demos.
after opening up Jumbi and then running it and doing that, I was like, oh, I think I could do something in food.
So you would start back in food. If you're back to zero in the bank accounts, with all the knowledge you have now, you would start back in food?
Because that's what I know right now pretty intimately. And then like, I could expand from there. But I think like once you learn one business, you can apply it to the next. It's very similar. Like the terminology, the way you think, the structure, even if it's like construction. Like all you gotta do is learn the trade. But the system is the same thing, which is like, you just need to make profit. In most cases, unless you're a tech company that just needs to inflate numbers and then like someone will give you loads of money. Different strategy, but at least you can understand everything, because once you can run a business from the bottom up, top down, side to side, you get the whole picture. If you're working as someone in the machine, then it's difficult to see the whole picture. So you're really good in your department, and maybe you can do something similar But then unless you have your own business, it's very difficult to see like what it takes to like from A to Z.
So what would you do in the next 5 steps with the knowledge that you have that maybe like someone that's watching can go, oh shit, I could follow those 5 steps too?
If I didn't have my friends, my connections,
none of that.
any following, but I have my skills
and your know-how and your
I would identify a business that has morally great owners, meaning like they're fair. So if they see value in people, they'll compensate. They don't, basically they don't skin the sheep, you know? They don't just try to, they're long-term thinking. Also, I would try to find a business that has huge potential, and I know that I could make it like 100x with my involvement because they're lacking in a few things. Like let's say they make this restaurant is really fucking slept on. It's really good. The owners are like great, honest people. They have a really good team, people that love the business, but what's missing is maybe they don't know how to do social media marketing.
But then they're like, you don't either, you fucking zero, you have nothing.
But maybe what they're missing is a few things, right? Or like maybe they're so busy cooking that they don't know how to expand the team or even scale. Maybe this one restaurant's extremely good, but they don't know how to make 3, 4, 5. So then I would identify where I could fit in and contribute and help them grow bigger.
Okay.
Because it's already moving. It's already like the hard work is done. Starting from scratch, I think, is the hardest. Where it's like, I have an idea. But even if I did that, I can do that too. Because what I'll do is I'll start extremely small at a farmer's market. I get like a booth for like $500, sell something, identify a product that the area needs or whatever, and I just keep scaling that up. That's it. Thank you.
That was your TED Talk.
I think I'm eating a rotten fruit jacket, but
It's old. It was from
How old is it?
1988.
I thought he said it was delicious.
We found it in the back.
Yeah, he said it was good.
this one though.
Why is it rotten?
But you know about food, you said. But then it
Oh no.
was from 1983.
What would you
And
do,
he took it in the back.
Anthony?
Me?
Knowing everything that you know now, all the lessons that you've learned, all the insight that you have from, I mean, you've had like a very inside view of dance for a long time since or even high school, right?
Not just dance, but like
College.
shoemakership and like all kinds of different things.
Dude, he could fucking cobble away.
I'm telling you.
Noodlemanship. You know,
Oh my God, think about it. Possibilities are crazy.
like what would you do? But then now you don't have, you know, that you don't, and it's zero in social
He
media.
makes a direct to garbage can noodle that is unrivaled.
Well, what would you do? Would you still stay in the same realm, or would you go back to a 9 to 5, or would you still go into entrepreneurship?
I mean, I think that I think at the end of the day, like I still have talent, unlike some of us. So
Like
I could
who? Like
definitely
who?
just fall back.
Like say their names.
Like I could easily just keep on choreographing and creating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the crazy thing is that I could create something and choreograph, and just like I could choreograph to like a top 40 song and let the popularity of that song drive my notoriety back up. You know what I'm saying? And just get that and start building social media back out there. And the whole point.
So you stick with dance.
As an art, well, it's because I have like over 15 years of skill in that thing. So to just throw that away and start in a brand new skill set, I think would also be like not effective and efficient.
Yeah.
Let alone I'm like not just like decent at it. I like enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think I can, and there's a lot of like very successful industry dancers and choreographers that don't necessarily use social media. I think the biggest thing about social media and what we've been able to use is to get the notoriety out to let people know that we do this. But even if well, I guess we're fucking Men in Black, like wiping everybody's, you know, memory of
They're like, yeah, you could dance, but who are you? Like, what if they say that to you?
Who are you?
Yeah. Isn't that a big deal though? Like,
They did it to him.
audition, right?
They did it to him.
Yeah?
Hypothetical.
Who says that to anyone? Who even are you?
Yeah. He goes, so.
It's like that freaking Freddie Mercury
Yeah.
biopic. It's like, nobody's gonna ever listen to a band called Queen.
Exactly. Like,
I
but
hated that.
It's so convenient.
I picture him at an audition, There's some guy, snooty, snobby motherfucker. He kills it, and he goes, yeah, you could dance, but where's your following, huh? You know?
You'll be nothing in this town without
In this day and age, you need to have a social media following. You don't have an Instagram.
You'll never make it.
Yeah.
Which I never made it off dance by going to auditions, so you're already wrong.
Nobody named Paul McCartney will ever be successful in the music business.
Anthony Lee who?
I'm pretty sure I could just create, and I'd probably just create things that are better than somebody else that's creating in the same lane or something like that. Get booked here, get hired there, the name will get passed around in the industry just like any other like type of industry like that, and just build my way back up. You know, rebuild social media based off like whatever it is, because I'm creating content not like, because I'm not creating a YouTube video, I'm creating like a piece of art, and then the medium maybe is like through YouTube, and I think that's different. I'm still capable of creating, and it doesn't necessarily need to rely on like me like shooting a video for the sake of content. I'm like creating artistry, and that can get hired or passed around or be put on a website. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily need to live on the platform. So I think that's my go-to, because I can always fall back on it.
That's who I actually see blow up the most now. There's like people that are like, oh man, this fool came out of nowhere, like, you know, like Alex Hormozy or like Thatch or whatever, and I'm like, well, these motherfuckers actually are experts in their field, and then they got on Instagram. So they've already been doing something for 20 years. And then so they got on, so the minute they dropped the first piece of content,
like, whoa,
it's fucking good. It's not
knows what he's talking about.
Like a lot of us that grew up on it, we kind of learned our shit on Instagram. So you saw the white belt to the black belt, but there's like third degree black belts jumping on Instagram now, which is what you would do.
Yeah, and I think the idea of like, you know, things like shoe cobbling or straight to garbage noodle creating still gives you context.
It's a unique angle.
Yeah, it still gives you an understanding of how to scale and do things outside, so you're not limited in one lane. You're able to use it as a vehicle to move around in different lanes and maximize opportunities and be effective in different spaces. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, are you in the food business or the waste business? And like, there's like a lot of people asking questions.
You're so stupid. Oh my god. I never heard of direct to garbage. You're so stupid.
So what would you do,
dumb.
Nick?
It's so dumb.
I think much like you, I would dive back in, yeah. Because it's like since my early 20s, I've been developing a skill that would allow me to coach and teach, and that's what I would go back. And especially for personal training, it's like, it's a business that requires pretty low overhead, you know? So it's like, you don't need much to start up. All you need is your skill set, and then you're selling yourself at the same time, so.
Well, in your case, before social media, you were already in fitness and like training and fighting and shit.
Yeah, I was already doing that, and
social media just helped you scale, like get bigger.
That's literally what I was too, but you said, but nobody knows who you are. Where's your social media?
This is good. This is really good.
But who are you?
But who are you? Has nothing to do with the skill.
you'll never make it. Joe just goes, that's great, it's a good idea.
Why just tears of laughter now that I'm done talking? Oh man, that makes so much sense because you're skillful.
Anthony, wait, shh. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let him. Whoa, Nick's onto something. Hey guys, Nick's opening up. Hold on.
Meanwhile, this guy has no skills. He's just like, oh yeah, I'll go into food and I'll just look for another business who's doing it, and then I'll see where there are flaws and maybe do something. Has no skill to add himself.
So good.
Like I
got sales skills, dude.
Yeah, you do have sales skills.
yeah.
But that's a skill set. That's a great skill set that you can apply to everything. No. But for me, I'm notoriously bad at doing social media, so I've never really like.
You're notorious for that.
Yeah, I'm notoriously bad at it.
Oh
Dave
yeah.
tells me all the time.
Is this good content?
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm so bad at it. It's not natural for me at all. It's like, it's more work than actually working for me.
But it's cool that you don't even need it for the business that you already have, though.
No, and honestly too, it's like, yeah, it's great to have social media and it's good to like connect with people, but even most of my business that I've had is not through social media. It's all through word of mouth or like other apps where I can get leads from. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I've just been very thankful. And most of the people that follow me anyway are like David's fans, JK fans, who just like...
You wouldn't be nothing without David.
Dude, honestly. I would still just be training people. And I'll never make it without my following anyway.
The best thing about you, honestly, is that you're completely authentic about not being a fucking whore.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Refreshing, I think, because when I meet people and they're like, "What do you do?" and I'm like, "I'm a tuber. I'm fucking sorry. I'm tuber scum." I mean, like, everyone judges you immediately if you're a tuber, but then you're kind of like, and and it works for you because you're honest.
I'm in a pocket, I think. I'm in a pocket with you guys. I'm riding coattails with you guys.
When you first started, like, isn't it pretty scary? And like, how did you have like to go like, this is what I want to do, and immediately just kind of have like, did you have enough clients to cover the bills and stuff, or?
Yeah, well, at the time, I was supplementing with teaching classes, right, when I was at my old job at Fight Academy. And it got to a point where I was like, okay, well, I have enough clients where, you know, I was going to pursue something else. I was going to kind of get away from the fighting stuff and just do more fitness. And I was like, okay.
How many clients is needed to do that, to where you feel like, okay, this is...
At that time, I had like 10 to 15, like anywhere within that range. But when I left the gym, I was fucking scared, dude. I didn't think I was gonna be able to make it. The whole time, bro. These guys, dude. The whole time, every step of the way of any time I did anything,
no idea what's happening over there.
I would always be like, there's no way I'm gonna make it. Like, I'd be doubting myself the whole way. So the fact that I was able to even keep, like, I was able to pay all my bills consistently. And to the point where when I left the gym was when I got engaged and when I moved in with Tiff. So it was like a big, like, shift for me, you know. So it was.
This is like the most serious Nick's been in like hell long. These guys are fucking.
Nick is killing.
Bro, this is a weird dynamic.
Nick is trying so hard right now.
What the fuck's so funny, dude?
Sorry.
And I was like, are we trying to do a good video or no?
Yeah, stop laughing, goddammit! Fucking Steve, you motherfucker! Steve set this video on fire. Sure. Nah, but the whole time I didn't think I'd be able to make it. I was like, I don't know, we'll just keep doing this. I always had backup plan. I was like, if I can't make enough money doing clients, I'll fucking get a job at Trader Joe's. I'll fucking work somewhere else. So you're willing to do whatever it takes, right? But
if you did,
I've been very fortunate. I feel honestly so stupidly lucky is ridiculous.
If you had to go back to Trader Joe's, would your goal also to go right back to training though, to build that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like if something were to happen where I couldn't have enough clients where I could make money just training people, then I would do that other stuff too. I'd work at a coffee shop or something. I'd have a supplemental job, but you find a way to make it work.
I think we should take a break.
Do you feel like in your situation, the quickest way to let people know of what you do and your skill would be to get back in the ring? Because like I feel like it's like if you start fucking fools up, then it's like, oh shit, I need to learn from that guy.
Yeah, potentially.
You know what I mean? Like outside of social media, if you're just in that industry and you like just fuck like 6 people up right in a row.
But that's not even like
You don't want to do that, huh?
Nah, man. I'm definitely not. Even when I was competing, bro, I was like, I'm not a fighter, man. Like, I knew it in my hearts of hearts that I wasn't a fighter. Like,
Because you're too much of a thinker.
And he's
Not
also
even
like
that.
2 trainers in one. Like he's strength and conditioning and fighting.
Okay,
so like, which one do you actually feel more passionate?
Oh yeah.
Well, I like the variety. I like it all.
like that you
know,
train different things.
And the reason why I went into like strength conditioning and fitness and nutrition was because like I knew kickboxing and striking was like kind of a bottleneck too. It was like I could only get so many clients. I was only able to get a certain population, you know. So once I was able to expand, then it allowed me to have a more well-rounded business. So I think making sure I have a well-rounded business is really important, so I could serve all kinds of clients.
Real quick though, honestly, real quick. So like Andrew Luck retired from football, making a fuck ton of money because I think that he is just such an intelligent person that he's like, why would I put my body through this anymore? I made a fuck ton of money, I'm good. Like for you, like going like I don't need to fight anymore. Are you like I'm resourceful enough? I can train at fighting, and I didn't love it that much.
Yeah, I think so. I think I could figure it out, and I think I have been. Like I think once again I was really lucky, but at the same time it's like my brain couldn't handle it, dude. I was getting.
Well, you got a concussion.
I was getting KO'd left and right.
You got actual concussion, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a couple.
David also told me something that I think is taken more as a compliment, where he said he thinks you're a way better coach than you are a fighter too.
Yeah, 100%. I think
So like the way, if you guys ever take any type of fighting stuff with Nick, the way he breaks things down, or even breaks other fighters down, because to be honest, most fighters are kind of stupid. But the way Nick breaks it down, it's actually a very intelligent way of understanding and learning how like certain strategies are versus like, okay, how come I throw the cross? Because that's your fucking strongest hand, man. You fuck him up with that. And you're like, I don't quite understand versus like...
I could do that too though.
Versus if it's like, oh, it's a cross, so it's...
A technical...
It's a straight punch, so it's the shortest distance between like A and B. So if someone throws a hook if you throw the cross at the exact same time, you'll hit him first. So you break it down in a way you're like, oh shit, that's actually really smart.
But is that insulting at all? Having somebody be like, yo, you're a better teacher than a fighter?
Other people would take it that, but I
do.
In the industry, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then that's sick.
I know I know I'm not made for that stuff, Rob.
Yeah, I get you.
That's cool.
Not get hit.
That's honestly cool.
No, thank you.
From all the people that I've trained with, I think Nick's like mentoring style, it's so simple, but if you haven't had that experience in the past, it wouldn't like, you wouldn't be able to tell how clear he makes it, like,
Because
for someone that doesn't know shit. Like, it's like step 1, step 2, step 3, it's like that.
Because I know I'm a really slow learner, and I need everything dumbed down and distilled.
So you break it down for yourself, well?
So it's like I have to break it down for myself for me to be able to like explain it properly. Because I'm a real slow learner. It takes me a while. It takes me a lot of practice to like understand and know something. So I need to like distill it down because I'm a slow boy.
That's what Jackie Chan said. He's all like, I'm not like good, I just do it a trillion times because I suck at it. Or some shit like that.
Your boy needs the reps.
Yeah.
That's the kind of person I am, I think.
Wow.
I just need reps.
Fear the man that does the one kick 1,000 times versus the 1,000 kicks.
First of all, that was wrong. Second of all, it's Bruce Lee.
That was Jackie
Third of
Chan.
all,
That was clearly Jackie Chan.
Pretty good.
That was a good Jackie Chan, too.
Pretty much Bruce Lee.
It was 100% the
was
best
a
Jackie
mixture
Chan
of the two.
impression I've ever heard.
Because without Bruce Lee, there would be no Jackie
I
Chan.
think people want to hear about what
Yeah,
you
what would you do?
What would I do? This might sound crazy, but I think I would actually stay away from social media.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think when me and Joe first
What?
That is interesting. I didn't expect that.
You're such a troll, dude.
No, I swear.
I think like
the way you said it.
me and Joe when we first started, it was like the craft of doing funny shit is what I fell in love with.
Yeah.
Social media to me was just a way to like get our product around, but then the stuff that's tied in with it, like the fame and stuff, I was like, oh, I could actually do without this part.
Because you said you're more introverted anyway.
Yeah.
So you want to make material, like funny material, artistic or creative, but you didn't want the attention.
Yeah, and like nowadays, when I talk to a lot of the influencers nowadays, for them it's almost like, okay, how do I get a million follower channel? And I'll do anything to get there. So if it's fitness, if it's fucking public disturbance, if it's pranks,
I'll break check people.
yeah, I'll fucking break check, I'll do whatever. And then to them, once they get to that, they're like, yes! And then they're like, okay, how do I hold on to this? For me, I'm like, oh shit, I just like funny shit. So I could be a writer for someone, I could be behind the scenes.
You think you could have been like a Paul Mooney?
Yeah, I could be someone like that. Someone else be the delivery mechanism, and I just like, my favorite aspect of what we do is the writer's room dynamic. That's the
Me too. Me too.
when it's like just a couple of people that I really care about, and we bust up. That's the most amazing part, and the rest of the fame. Because I know some people like it, and there's no shade thrown at them, because that's what they want. For me, I actually like a very private life. So like the writer's room, that'd be super awesome, and that's probably what I would start off with. And then I would say, like, because I've also done like fitness for a shit ton of a time, I would say if I have to start all over and I have a wife and a kid like I do now, then the two free things that everyone has is like sweat and time. So I would probably be a personal trainer too and just work maybe like 40, 60, 80 hours a week.
Damn.
To like get money ASAP and then live super under means so I can start building that avalanche of like monetary momentum, you know?
And then work your way up to a gym?
Nah, running a gym's not.
No?
That's tough.
Yeah, gym running is I mean, as Joe's learned now, running a brick and mortar is
It is a beast, man.
I think we've all learned a little
It is
something about brick and mortars.
Man, it's like you could like walk, you could like, oh, what a beautiful morning, and you open the door and just get slapped in the face. You're like, okay, I'm gonna stay inside.
Yeah.
You know what was crazy? Like during the whole COVID time, there was a we were like telling people we're just trying to follow the rules. I don't give a fuck about politics or anything. Let's just follow the rules. We finally have our gym open. We had someone at the front desk, like a guy would come in with no mask. I'm like, hey, in LA, you have to put on a mask. So a couple of times after that, they are like, I'm so sorry, but we have to kick you out because now you're risking shutting our business down with the health inspectors. So they escort him out. As soon as he was going out, he goes, I'm gonna come back and bomb this place. As soon as they say shit like that,
Jeez.
The manager calls me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you don't have a manual for shit like this. You know what I mean? So I call my buddy that's a police officer. What should I do? He goes, doesn't matter what, you have to take it seriously.
Yeah.
Send all your employees home, shut down the gym, call the cops, get a police report. So it's just like, it's like you wake up, oh, beautiful sunshine, and someone just comes and kicks you in the nuts out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck is this? And then I'm like, okay, so like that means, can I open tomorrow? Like there's all these decisions you have to make that no one trains you for. So like, okay, so now I gotta send an email. Like, what's a good amount of time? Is it 3 days? Is it a week? You know, like you just have to make shit up on the spot. And I'm like, doing stuff online is way better.
It is.
Yes, way better.
And why am I in it? I don't know. I like getting kicked on the balls, I think.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Because we made YouTube channels, and then now it's like the riskiest business you could do. Because YouTube just flips the switch on you, and you're done.
Yeah, it's risky. I think if I started from zero and I had all my knowledge and everything, I would do this like kind of guilty pleasure thing. I guess I could do it now, but a lot of things are intimidating to do when you kind of understand too much about metrics, because then you just feel like it's a failure too soon. But if I didn't know anything and I had no media, it wouldn't matter. So then I would just start, I would start like with all my knowledge of old games and all my knowledge of like music, I would start like almost like a video game analysis from the music perspective of old games, of like retro games.
Whoa. Like a review channel? Or?
Yeah, because they already have one of those. They already have like just tons of retro gaming channels and retro gaming stuff. And then they'll have like, you know, video game music stuff. But it's very rare that those things cross, where people are actually really knowledgeable and good at the games that they know how to emulate the music of. Usually it's just musicians or it's just gamers.
Yeah.
So I feel like I fit in kind of in a cross.
I see.
And I would like to make something out of that.
Love it.
Yeah, but again, like I'm like you, I don't want to be a face. Like I would rather just be a voice, and I don't like being the product really, but I like making product.
Yeah.
So very, very, very quickly, I would do, kind of want to do it now, turn a small amount of money into a big amount of money. I would just make a little splash, be like, hey, I'm a crypto tuber, what's up? We're going to turn $1,000 into as much money as we can turn into in like wherever, you know, part of the run that we're at, right? And then I would just see if we can show that happening, and people would follow me based on if that works or not. Then I would also do another thing, which I like to do on sometimes, you know, during the middle of the week when I have Crypto Corner and stuff, like on Tuesday, sometimes like on Thursday, I play a game randomly, like I'll play Pirate Game or some shit on our Patreon. So I would just do that probably. I would just take like, I'm such a troll anyway, I just play Pirate Game or some bullshit and just like post that. Because I fucking laugh my ass off so I can't breathe playing that anyway. So like, that's really fun. Might as well just fucking do that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a blast.
It's good content.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do any of the comedy realm stuff?
I think it's one of those things where right now comedy is just so
it's politicized. It's weird.
It's just completely like you watch SNL, it's like, man, this is comedy now.
I mean, look at what happened to like on YouTube.
Dude, it's wild, and you just get punished and punished and punished if you do something like that. So I think unless I was safe in some kind of place, like if I have a wife, like I do, and I have to worry about like money coming in and stuff, I don't want to put myself out there like that. Like, because I know what my edge is on comedy, and I don't want to fucking have YouTube come down on me again, because they already come down on me like every day.
I see.
Like they delete all my shit constantly. I find out another one of my videos just got deleted. Like my most famous video just got deleted.
Wait, no way.
Yeah, my sex in public prank gone sexual.
It's been up for so many years.
Oh, they just found out it exists.
Damn.
Like 500 million views.
God damn.
And then they deleted it. But then I'm like, oh man, see, how do you do a business on YouTube when they're just changing the ground under you? Yeah. They reward you for so long, and then they just change the rules on you. And I'm not bitching. I'm just saying like that. It's just hard to make a business.
Nature of the beast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a whole different thing.
Like this channel can disappear tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we just have to try and open up another channel, and then they'll try to shut that one down, or like, we don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know who's gonna be in power of YouTube. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which moral police of YouTube now is in control? We don't know.
That's the thing. I'm like, hey guys, like, you guys know what satire is, right? This is completely satire. You think I'm sucking a cop's dick in this video? Like, are you guys fucking bananas? Like, this is like pornography. You can like come to this. You can jerk it to this. And I'm like, yeah, a bunch of fucking Christians. I'm glad we got a bunch of Christians apparently who are in Silicon Valley who are like gauging all this for the rest of us. Thank you very much.
The funny thing is that one guy, some dude, I forgot his name. He posted a Bible verse on Twitter after the Nashville shooting, and it said something like, "Do not have vengeance. I am the Lord your God, and vengeance is mine." Very simple. That got flagged and taken down and deleted for because it looked like it was encouraging vengeance.
Oh my god.
But he was like, it's a straight up Bible verse.
They're saying wait.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're saying it's God's job,
Exactly.
Not yours.
But it got taken down for like threats of violence.
Bro,
That's
I'm
really
telling
funny.
you.
Yeah, it's like
But you have to count on someone with blue hair to like have your back, and like nobody with blue hair has your back.
to the point where it's down to a person's opinion. You still have to beat the algo, which is crazy. That changes more than the person in charge.
Yeah, because ChatGPT is gonna be our police now.
Hey, bring it. The people haven't been helping me at all. They
Maybe
demonetized me in
ChatGPT
2016. Bring it.
Maybe they will be more reasonable.
Yeah, fuck it.